again. Okay, is that working? Okay. Maybe that's working now. Alright. Well, my audio is working, but I'm not on. Alright, hold on. Oh my goodness. Alright. Now I wanted to check before I say it. I want to make sure I had the right okay, where am I at now? Is this live now? Hey! How you doing, Jennifer? I need to get my video up there. Hold on. Where is that? There it is. Oh. Alright, there it is. Now I got it. Okay. So this is the Lent Bible reading. I want to make sure I had the right day, so hold on. Well, yesterday I had the wrong day. And I tried so hard to get it right. And let me see here. This is, let me see, 24th, February 24th. Okay. And it's day 11. And Matthew 24 and 25. Now you can go back and look at some of my other shows on this. We started on February 14th, first day of Lent. And this is reading schedule for, well, Pastor Scott Wooler put this out for Corner Church, which is a church I used to go to, and it's a coffee shop church, and really interesting. But I was going there for, I think almost 10 years. And anyway, I only don't go there now because I moved away. And I'm, about 2.5 or so hours away from the city, so a little bit hard to get there. Especially on a day like today when we had 8 inches of snow. But anyway, we're in day 11 and Matthew 24 and 25. And I got some music for you. And please, if you can stay for the ending song, that is the one of the best parts of the whole thing, aside from the Bible reading. I do not read the Bible. I have someone do that. And so, glad to see that you made it over here, and hopefully you can watch it or tune in on KGRA radio tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course on when Mark gets his channel up and running on his YouTube channel that Amanda shared. So it's a really awesome place to be. A lot of interesting people and really serious and smart people. Amazing. So let me get the reading loaded up. I'll go right into the music. I'll go right into reading right after the first 2 songs. Now, I know Matthew French. I do not know Brianna Lane, although I do think I watched her one time on show that they had up in Uptown location. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that. Never mind the silence while I try to get this going. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna hold off on that. Let me get me out of there so when I start up the music I won't be in the way. Okay, now you can still hear me. I'll mute that when I get the music going. I just put it in here. Now I gotta find it every time this happens. Again, it's right. Should be like right there. And yet, where is it? 24 and 25. Right there. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Wish I had a kitchen with a big wooden table and a bay window looking out over the back 40 acres. I wish I had a back 40 acres full of flowers and cucumbers and a path through the woods down the hill to the river. I'll meet you there. We'll throw stones in the water. We'll throw stones in the water. Throw stones in the water. Calling on the spirits lost and forgotten, come sit around my table. We'll feast from the garden, tell stories of madness, stories of crazy and lost inhibitions, and adventures to the tops of the highest of mountains and down to the valleys, down and up again. And I'll meet you there. Stones in the water. Throw stones in the water. Throw stones in the water. Dear sweet friend, how have you been? I've been around the world and back again. Did you ever get my letters? If you didn't, that's okay. I mostly wrote them down for myself anyway. I wish I had a fire with a circle full of family, your arms around my middle, so strong to hold me. Laughter and song, moonlight and stories. I'd throw words in the fire and give them to cinder. All my fears and desires, cumbersome hindrance. Life in the sun, life in the shadows. And I'll meet
Well, I wanna write you a story, but I ain't got one to tell. One that's laden with hooks like you read a book, and it gets itself stuck in your head. All I've got is this guitar and a heart that's been broken in two. A few little songs, hope you'll all sing along and have a drink or two. As the band it plays and that music keeps calling out my name. Who we are and who we're becoming is all about change. I know these stories won't leave us the same. Well, the world, it keeps on changing, but me, I stay the same. At least that's what I tell myself, so I've got somebody to blame. It's time to look in the mirror to the things we cannot see. If this world's gonna get any better, then it has to start with me. And the band it plays, yeah, that music keeps calling out my names. Who we are and who we're becoming is all about change. I know these stories won't leave us the same. Well, we've all been caught up in the madness. We've all got stories to tell, 'cause we've all seen glimpses of heaven and walked through pieces of hell. But we're all still left here standing, and we won't be afraid, 'cause we're all in this together. I know these stories won't leave us the same.
Matthew 24.
And Jesus went out and departed from the temple. And his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass, till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noe entered into the ark, and knew not, until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Matthew 25.
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came, and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliveredst unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliveredst unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee, that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungred, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungred, and fed thee? Or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in? Or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
The universe is calling you. The universe is calling me. It speaks both day and night. It's full of dark and light. And I've heard others call from light years away, and they're real and they're here. Space and time are instantly clear. Planets spin, grids in place. We can travel through space. Fields and forms, math and voids. It all sings with one voice. It's boundaries set, foundations laid. Sound was heard, matter made. Solar systems from afar. Names and numbers for the stars, and I've heard others call from light years away, and they're real and they're here. Space and time are instantly clear. Planets spin, grids in
Alright, there we go. I always gotta remember to put that microphone back on. Well, that's all I got. That's all we got for tonight. And thank you, Dick, for showing up. And Jennifer was here for a minute, and then I guess she didn't want to wait or couldn't stay up or whatever. Hopefully she'll go back and watch the ending song. No, I got permission to use that song from Mark and Amanda and of course KGRA. And it's amazing to have some connections in the real radio, and they're willing to work with me and let me use some of this stuff, and it's amazing. And the guys that I'm talking with, Bill and Race, the other producer, of course Mark, and there's one other producer that's in line with Race. I guess same level or whatever. Bill is like third in line, from what I understand. So we just call him Bill the producer. He usually handles most of the nighttime evening shows and things like that. He does a lot. Amazing. But hopefully I'll get to meet these guys soon. Be a good time. And I've called in to a couple of their shows and asked questions about stuff. And it's fun to be able to have my question be heard all across the United States and the world even. So it's kind of neat. But it's good to have good friends in the broadcasting business, and you just never know what can transpire with that, you know. But I want you to check out that show if you can, 9 p.m. Eastern on KGRA Radio. And the show right before it, Mark will be on just about 30 minutes earlier. So from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, I guess. And then he'll go on over to P&K Space Imaging on YouTube. And that is Paul and Keith Space Imaging. Keith is in, where is it, Pennsylvania, and Paul is in Miami, Florida, and they do the live stream together. Paul runs the big telescope down there, and of course that's depending on weather, you know, weather permitting, as we say. And they do a remarkable job of showing images of the moon, and then as planets come into view, the view of Saturn and Jupiter. And then they always have questions and conversation about stuff. And sometimes, like tonight, Mark called in, and Mark talked about all kinds of stuff. So really interesting stuff. But check into that one, P&K Space Imaging. Let me see, I'll put that on there. Oh, it's up there. I put it up there. I'll put it here again. And it's on my website as well. It's on my website right there, so you can click on that and go right on down to P&K Space Imaging. Click on Bill New York Skywatcher. He's the producer that I know. And then, of course, I know Mark, and he's on there. And all 4 of those shows so far are on the site, and I'll add the new one on there as soon as it becomes available. So, we'll work on getting that done, hopefully. So, yeah, it's exciting to know these people in the broadcasting and astronomy and stuff like that. So, good stuff. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Check those other channels out, if you will. And let me know what you think. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we'll be back. Are you going to be doing church at 8:45 or 10 o'clock or on Skype? Well, I don't know if you heard me or not. Do you hear me? Hello? Yep, you heard me. Okay, it did go out. Alright. You gonna do church in the morning? You know, I wonder if I did, okay, I'd have to get some royalty-free music going, set up a playlist, and actually just stream music for the overnight. But it has to be the royalty-free, so I don't get copyright issue. That could be something I could try. We get the watcher hours up and hopefully some more subscribers. Alright, well, that's all I got for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, or tomorrow sometime too. Alright. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.